Hello dear learner, welcome again. In the previous videos, I have covered first three chapters of FYBCOM Business Economics syllabus of semester 1. So dear learner, in this video, I'm going to cover the first topic of chapter number 4, that is production function and different concepts related to production, that is average product, marginal product and total product. So dear learner, if still you have not subscribed my channel, then you can visit this link and you can subscribe my channel, and if you find it useful, please like it and you can share with your friends as well. So dear learner, let us begin with the topic, that is production. What do you mean by production? Production simply means the utility creation, or production is a process of creation of value or wealth through the production of goods or services that have economic value. So in short, you can say production is a process of utility creation or value creation. So how do you create this utility or value in the process of production? That you can do by changing in the form of the product, like changing inputs into outputs. Say for example, changing wood into furniture, changing iron and steel into car or building. So by changing form, you create value, you create utility in the product. This is the first process. The second process could be by change in place, by changing the goods from one place to other place, you make it useful. And in this category, all the supply chain mechanism comes right from the factory to the dealer to the wholesaler to the retailer. Okay, so this is known as by change. Value is created by change in place. And thirdly, by changing hands, that is the final sale when it takes place from retailer to consumer. So dear students, in all these processes, what is happening? It is nothing but value creation or utility creation, and or in this process several agents and several factors of production are involved. Okay, so if you ask if anybody asks you in short what is production, production simply is a process. Okay, it's a process that you must remember, and it's a process of utility or value creation. Okay, utility creation or value creation. Okay, that is the simple meaning of production of goods or services. Then goods can be it can be tangible goods like furniture, house, machine, food, car, television, mobile phone, laptops, whatever. So when it is tangible, so we are talking about goods. Okay, when it is intangible, then we are talking about services. Okay, there are several services which are very important in the process of development of an economy, or which is very important for day-to-day life also. If you say, take for example, in the household also we require service of maid, we require outside we require service of teachers, we require service of the barber or doctors or engineers. So this way and whole transport system, it's part of service sector. Okay, consultancy services like CA's consultancy, doctors prescription, all these are part of the service sector or service production. Okay, so production can be of either goods, that is tangible item, and it can be services, that is intangible items. Okay, so there could be production of either goods or services. Then dear students, third thing comes production function. What is the meaning of production function? Actually, production function is a technical or technological relationship between physical inputs and physical outputs. How physical input and outputs are connected, related over a given period of time is shown with the help of production function. Okay, that is the simplest meaning of production function. It is always related to given time. Whenever you talk of production function, it is related to a time period and it is related to a certain level of technology. You change the time, you change the technology, the technical relation between input and output changes, because in the different time period there is the factors can be changed differently, right? If it is a short period, you cannot change the fixed factor, but if it is a long period, you can change all the factors, and all factors becomes the variable factor. Similarly, if you change the technology, the labor and machine relation changes, so does the production function change. Okay, so it depends on the relation between inputs. So three things are there in production function. One is the technological relationship between input output over a given period of time, and then the level of technology and the relationship between input itself. Okay, so this is what we study in production function. Normally the production function can be shown with the help of this type of notation, like Q is usually used as output or production, F is for function, and L is labor, K is capital, T is technology, and R is raw material. So this way, so usually you can call it whatever notation you are using, Q will be usually normally used for production of output and a function of factors of production. So these are factors of production: land, capital, labor, technology, raw material. Here I have taken land, labor, capital, technology, and the raw material. Okay, there could be land can also be added here. Okay, so this is the traditional form of production function, which can be shown in notational form. One more thing comes, that because of technology, that technical efficiency. What is technical efficiency? It is defined as a situation when using more of one input with either the same amount or more of other input must increase output. How this change in input with the same amount or more amount of other input, how you are increasing the output, that is the technical efficiency. That means 1 unit of labor and 2 unit of machine, what is the output? If you are increasing say 2 labor and 2 machinery, what is happening to the output? So if there is increase in output, you will call it the labor is becoming more efficient. Okay, so this technical efficiency more or less depends on the level of technology used. By changing the technology, you can change this labor and capital relationship. Okay, now moving on to the next, that is types of inputs. Usually the inputs can be of 2 types: fixed inputs and the variable input. This In the production analysis, in fact, depends on these two considerations only, depending on the time frame. In the short period, we call it, that refers to a time period which is in which you cannot change some of the inputs, which are known as fixed inputs. In the short period, you cannot change the fixed inputs or fixed variable, whereas in the long run refers to a time period sufficient to vary all inputs. That means you can change everything: land, labor, capital, then equipment, technology, everything can be changed in the long run. So short period is a period in which you cannot change all the factors. Some factors remain constant and fixed, whereas in the long run all factors become the variable factor, or you can change all the factors in the long period. So on that same basis, this variable input and the fixed input is taken into consideration. Variable input that can be made to vary in the short period, known as variable input, like raw material. If you increase your production, you will be using more of raw material. If you are producing more, you need more of the unskilled and semi-skilled workers or daily wagers. You will be using more. So variable input varies with the production, okay, or which you can change in the short period, whereas fixed input remain fixed. It cannot be changed in the short run, like land area or the machinery, technology, and the skill set which is there available in the company, that cannot be changed every day. Okay, in the short period it cannot be changed. Okay, so this way the inputs are classified into two types. Now, dear students, I hope that you have understood what is production, what is production function, and the different types of inputs: fixed input, variable input, and fixed short run period and long run period. You have understood. Now, very important concepts when you study the production analysis, that is different concept of product, that is total product, average product, and marginal product. Total product is also known as total physical product. The total volume of goods and services that are produced during a specified period of time generally, and this period of time generally a year, is called total product. And you can simply measure total product or total physical product by taking summation of all the marginal products or summation of marginal physical product. Okay, so that's what the total product or total physical product means. Okay, similarly, the average product or average physical product per unit of production of variable factor. Okay, per unit of production of variable factor is known as the average product. How you will measure it? Simply, what you need to do, you need to just divide the total product by the number of units of variable factor. Here it is labor. Say for example, total product is 100 and you are using 10 labor, so the average product will be equal to 10 units. Okay, if your production, say it increased to 150 and you are using, say for example 15 labor, so here your average product will be again the 10 unit. Okay, this is a hypothetical example I am taking. So whatever total product is divided by number of workers used for the production, you will get the average product. Okay, now moving on to the third and the last concept, that is marginal product or marginal physical product. Marginal product is by changing one variable factor more or less, how your product, total product is changing. By increasing one labor, what difference it is making on the total product, that is known as marginal product, or by increasing one labor, how much of total product increases because of this one labor is known as marginal product. So one more or one less, whatever you can measure it both the way. So marginal product of nth labor can be calculated as total product of n plus 1 labor. Suppose n is 10, so 10 plus 1 it will be 11. So total product of all 11 labor minus total product of nth labor. So n is 10. So all 10 labor together, how much they are producing? Say for example, 11th labor total product is say 200. Say for example, when you are using 11 labor, n plus 1, 10 plus 1 is 11, minus when you are using the 10 labor, you say your total product is 190. By using 10 labor, this much you are producing. So this way, what will be the difference? Difference will be 10 units only. So marginal product of this one last labor will be 10. Okay, similarly this way also you can calculate what is the change in total product and what is the change in labor. Say change in total product is 10 and change in labor is 1, so it is also 10. This way also you can calculate the marginal product. And this concept of total product, average product and marginal product understanding is very necessary to understand the theory or law of variable proportion or law of returns to scale, right, which is useful and which is studied for understanding the production process which is followed by the companies. Okay, so this is, I hope that you have understood the concept. If you have any query, any question, you can comment in the comment box. Thank you so much.